Now, you heard from Herman Cain. He had to leave, but again, he was certainly very welcome here. And we really, at the Spectator, thought we would give all the potential Obama opponents a chance to be here tonight. And frankly, we think we've done pretty well with it. First of all, as you know, we'd invited Michelle Bachmann, who had accepted our invitation back in March to be the speaker. But when her poll started to slip, she decided there was more political capital to be earned in Iowa than here and told us just a couple of weeks ago that she was breaking her commitment to be with us. But that was okay, because our main speaker, who graciously accepted the invitation just 2 weeks ago, and who you will hear from later, was on everybody's wish list to run for president, but decided to stay in Congress instead. Then there was Mitt Romney, and we invited Mitt to come, but he declined. I guess he probably knew that we take a pretty consistent position on things at the American Spectator. Well, I guess you know the rest of that one. And so not to miss anybody, well, I guess we did miss a few, and my apologies to the also friends, Rands, but it gives me great pleasure to introduce to you the First Lady of the state of Texas, Anita Perry.
Thank you so much. Good evening. What an honor it is to be with you tonight. You know, when I landed this afternoon from Texas, I do what we all do. I pulled my BlackBerry out, checked those messages, see what I missed. I had a message on there that for my office that mentioned the dinner tonight. And the Washington Times had a little blurb in it, and it said something like, the econo whiz Paul Ryan would be the keynote speaker, and Governor Rick Perry's spirited wife, Anita. Now, Congressman Ryan, I kind of wanted to be the econo whiz. Maybe you could be spirited tonight. So he's spirited. So I'm sure that was just a little slip. I'm delighted to join you. In case you didn't notice today, today's date is 11/1/11. Now, there's a significance to that. The significance of so many ones is that it is exactly 1 year and 1 week until President Obama becomes a one-term president. I'm delighted to be in the room with so many luminaries. I mean, I met Secretary Rumsfeld, heard about him for years. And the leading voice on the fiscal issues, as I mentioned, the econo whiz, Congressman Paul Ryan. It was great to see Herman Cain. My thanks to the men and women of American Spectator for the invitation to be with you in the name of a great conservative thinker, Bob Bartley. And as it seems to be the norm in my life at this moment, my date is not my husband, but the lovely Diana Denman. Thank you, Diana, for allowing me to be your guest. And Rick somewhere between Pella, Iowa, and Palo Alto, California. But I'm really proud of him. I'm proud of him that he has put himself on the line and is withstanding the fire because he loves our country. It was a love of country that led him to serve in the United States Air Force. And it is a belief in the idea that America can be great again that is driving him to run for president. And with the right leadership that doesn't point the finger of blame at the American people, we can get our country working again. And like so many of you, I was astounded that this president last week said Americans have lost their ambition. Mr. President, if Americans have lost their ambition, it's because you taxed it out of them. Which reminds me of Sir Winston Leonard Spencer Churchill, who said, "There is no such good thing as a good tax." But I don't believe Americans are soft, and I don't believe we lack ambition. We lack leadership. And if there is something that I know about my husband, he's a leader, and he is principled. And he has the record and the vision to get this country off the mat and on its feet again. He has an economic plan that I believe would make a supply sider like Bob Bartley proud. It's a 20% flat tax you can file on a postcard. It's so simple, he says, even Timothy Geithner can file his taxes on time. It cuts taxes on all income groups, stimulating economic growth and investment. Now, the liberals say it doesn't produce enough revenue for government. But Rick believes the federal government could use less revenue so the American people can keep more of what they make. He will stop the big spending, stop the bailouts, and put an end to the IRS as we know it. And having known him for most of my life, and somebody put in 50-something years, and I said, my goodness gracious, take that out. I can't be that old. But I can tell you he has the fire in his gut and the strong compass this country needs in time of crisis. He has the leadership of a former C-130 Air Force commander and the convictions of a true conservative. And if you will help elect him president in 2012, we will be America again. May God bless you, and good evening.